Hey y'all, I'm Scrub, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. In the last part, we started exploring the area around Trotsky, which is great. Along with that, we also got a decent little lesson in how tough this game can be, which was a nice little wake-up call, because it has been a while since I've played this. So with that in mind, I actually did a little bit of work off camera, and it's nothing too crazy. I honestly just went around Trotsky picking flowers for 2 hours. I'm not even joking. We're up to level 7. Our vitality, we actually have a perk for, so we'll check that real quick. Okay, this was in the last game. Getting hungry 30% slower isn't bad. Thick-blooded, I think, is a bit more important because, you know, that's going to be in combat. You can usually take care of your food, and thick-blooded just seems like the better option to me, so we're going to go for that one. Our alchemy is up to 11. In that time, we did pick up Secret of Equilibrium so that we can actually get better quality potions, which is pretty great. This one's more of a future tech. We can actually get more uses out of poison than just one dose, which sounds really good. And something else that's I found out is in the game that's really fun is radiant perks. So because we spent so much time in the lab doing alchemist work, all potions and alcohol last longer and hangovers will actually be shorter, which sounds great, but we also have another answer for that in Nightcap, so I think we're fine on hangovers, but it's nice that we have it. And I actually did go ahead and buy a couple potion recipes because I found out that herbs are a great way to make money, as it turns out. Picked up Wonders of Man so that my thievery and craftsmanship get a little bit more XP gain, so I think that'll be a nice one. Our survival is all the way up to 14, so yeah, this was almost purely off of grabbing herbs, which is pretty great. And we picked up a few perks out of that. My favorite perk, well, one of my favorite perks from the old game. Yeah, this one. Collecting herbs, you get a small amount of strength XP. This can pay off so much in the game because you're going to be picking flowers constantly, or at least I do when I play. So we're just going to be building our strength slowly in the background, even if we use an agility weapon. This one I just picked up because I think I had two really good choices that'll level up. We have a chance to find additional herbs or a small treasure. That does sound interesting. I'm wondering if that just means like a couple groschen or, you know, maybe something really nice. That could be fun. And this one just seemed like a pretty good one to grab as well, so that our arrows and bolts are just better. And as you can see here, our Henry is looking much nicer than he was. We did go ahead and go grab those graves again. I also fixed everything up so that everything's actually in good condition. You may also be wondering where I got all this food and a tin cross. I also did a light little bit of thievery in a couple surrounding places, so we actually have a decent little chunk of change. 53 doesn't seem like much, but I have actually bought quite a bit. And as you can see here, we did start making good potions, so we're using all the strong stuff, and Fox is one I just found. The belladonna we were looking for, I'll try to show it off next time we grab some. It's kind of weird. To me, the belladonna honestly looks like it blends in with kind of like the sticky bushes. Well, I'll show that off later. But now we can make that along with marigold decoctions, which give us a bit of healing over time, and also buck's blood, which increases stamina and stamina regen. So I feel like this is going to be a very good one to have in the back pocket. And from what I can tell, dried herbs sell for the exact same as the top quality fresh herbs. If they're lower condition, they'll sell for less. So I feel like herbs you just want to automatically dry. If there's something I do need to save some for, do let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure we're fine to just hold on to a decent little chunk of this and then we're good. And I did buy a couple extra lockpicks so we can start doing a little bit more thieving, because that definitely paid for itself very quickly. And down here I have a little bit of perfume that we took off a dead guy, and I have a couple repair kits so that we can start doing a little bit of work on the road. The little herbalist table that we get to work at, if you can believe, right next door, it's an herbalist, so we could have bought dried belladonna the whole time. This game does have exit saves, so if you go to your exit menu, you can go down here and quit. I believe in the last game it works similar to Fallout 4's survival mode, where the exit save would actually get deleted once you log back in, so that you had to use the save system. In this game it doesn't. So in theory, if you are willing to exit the game and re-enter the game, you can drop hard saves whenever you feel like. That being said, I don't feel like it's really in the spirit of the game, so I'm not going to be doing that, but it is an option if you desperately need to save and you don't have any other options. We're making savior schnapps now, and there is an in-game benefit to using those now that they're strong quality, so we will be doing that. I assume that's also one that will be changed for the hardcore mode as well, so that probably won't be a way to work around that.
It's almost like the place I used to visit with Bianca.
All right, well, one, that's a little bit depressing if you played the last game. But two, yeah, if you follow these little paths, chances are you're gonna find something. In fact, I think I've discovered maybe, let's see, 3 or 4. Got the one over here, which was some old idols, which this one was a little bit interesting because when I found it, Henry made a comment that these are, you know, older gods that aren't part of the church. So as we also heard in the last part, this area doesn't have a chapel. So yeah, this place might actually not only not be close to the church, they might actually follow the old gods. And then up here in the north, I found a completely overgrown house that has a medium locked chest in it. We can't actually hit that yet. We're not skilled enough. Oh, there's a lot of alcohol out here. Oh, this was actually a nice little find at the beginning of the part. We'll take that. I was going to explore a little bit more, but if you can believe it, the forest is not the easiest thing to explore at 9 at night. So how about we go find a place to sleep and deal with some more stuff in the morning? There's also a much simpler solution to my problems I had earlier, which is I could have simply found a place to sleep. And they did make it sound like it was going to be hard to find a place to sleep around here, but in fact, it's the easiest thing to find. Yeah, these little roadside camps, they actually stick around. So if no one's using one, you can just go to bed outside. Of course, you are out here in the elements, so it's not going to be the best sleep you'll have, but it is a place to sleep, which is better than nothing. All right, we're going to get a little bit of sleep until 4 in the morning. I think we should probably go save our dog, because that guy down south was talking about how he wants to poison the sheep in the local area. Or poison his dead sheep to poison the wolves, rather. Mutt is over here, according to the game, but that doesn't mean he can't move this way. So how about we go take care of our good boy before we, get too much farther. And if you were curious about how I got so much early game money, when you dry any of these herbs, each one will sell for 0.1 groschen, and you can gather like 8-10 at a time, so you can just sell en masse. But more importantly, wormwood, which is a little bit more rare, but if you can find it, it's usually in big groups. Those sell for, I think, 3 groschen or something crazy a piece. So if you really want early game money, just go harvesting wormwood. Belladonna, I think, sold for even more, but Belladonna has been a bit more of a rarity for me, so I haven't been selling that yet. But if you know where you can find some Belladonna, that'll sell for even more. I think I found literally one in town. They're actually supposed to grow in forests and like little clearings, and I'll show that off in the morning. It's going to be pretty tough to find at night, but you should be able to get everything in the local area that you need for a decent chunk of early game stuff. In fact, you can find everything for the potions that I have to start off, which is healing, stamina, sleep, and saves. The only one I wasn't able to find was comfrey, but the herbalist will sell some dried comfrey, and it's not that expensive, so we should be pretty well set up for the early game. Hello, sheep. I also didn't do that much fighting in my off time. One thing I did do, I have killed 2 wolves in this universe, so I have succeeded in combat at least once. Yeah, they were going after some random villager on one of the roads while I was walking by, so I took them out. I dried up the meat and I sold it to the butcher over in Trotsky. That helped make a little bit more money. And this isn't creepy at all. I am gonna get so ambushed here. Also, I took a wrong turn. We need to go this way, so... Aha, get ambushed. You know, I usually really hate darkness in video games, full stop, because usually it's egregious. I feel like it really adds the atmosphere in this game. This is genuinely concerning to me. What else can we find in this burned out camp, though? If anything. Ooh, hair meat. Wine skins. Okay. Oh, hello. Some blacksmith material and some bolts. Yeah, so far it feels like checking out the woods. One can be scary because there are bandit camps out there. I've accidentally stumbled into a couple, as a matter of fact. But it seems like that's where a lot of this stuff is hidden, where you can get some pretty good early game loot. And one other thing I did find for early game food, if you're desperate, there's quite a few beehives around Trotsky. And as long as you wait till night, you can usually get into them pretty easily. They give you 31 nourishment apiece. And on top of that, they sell for 8.7. Is that a dog or a wolf? I mean, I'm also, like, right here. I feel like you would have... Hey, boy. Wild. Okay, you know what? Maybe we back off. There's more. I feel like they would get aggressive, and I don't really feel like killing dogs. So how about we don't do that? Okay, here we go. We found the actual path, so now we are on our way to go find Mutt. Hello, what's your deal?
Greetings.
You're a shepherd, and I can't talk to you. Well, greetings. I'm gonna wash in your trough real quick. Never mind, we're full. Good. Yeah, by the way, I have started picking this up after the 1.2 update, so barbers are a thing now. So we might actually want to go stop by there. I'll be honest, I thought this road was going to link up over that way. We might need to cut through the forest again. Yeah, the cobbler kit is just leatherworking, so this works for your gloves as well as your as your boots. So we are definitely gonna need some higher quality boots at some point. For now, it's what we're stuck with. Might be able to get something decent off the first bandit we fight. I'm also guessing if I'm more willing to walk places, I could probably save some condition on them. I'm guessing the running probably wears them down quicker. I'm fine with that. It will be nice once we have a horse again, that's for sure. Also would not mind finding a bow because we've already found a few bird nests, so those will be good to shoot down. Oh, here it is. So yeah, the belladonna is actually these little, they look like bushes. I keep confusing them for these things, I think. Yeah. So they look almost like little blueberries. Hey, there we go. There's the strength 7. Oh yeah, there's also nettle here, so. All right, if you need to make savior schnapps in particular, right here on this road. Way out in the middle of nowhere. In fact, it actually seems to be growing all along this road, so I'm actually gonna grab as much of it as I can because it should sell for a decent chunk if we have extra. I figure starting off having maybe 30 of each dried herb should be a good starting point, and then we'll figure out what we don't need, what we can sell, all that good stuff later down the line. For now, I think it'll be good, and we also do want to make sure we have at least 30 because of the flower power perk. But that should really not be a problem in the slightest. And honestly, with all the stuff we've been gathering for raw food as well as herbs, I am thinking about getting that raw spoilage perk if we don't have anything better to grab. Yeah, interesting. It's a road, but it's not on the map. Is this where we did the tutorial? Maybe. Oh, hello. Shrine. Oh. Thanks. 26 charisma. We will absolutely take that. Also, looking at this, a beggar should be careful not to get a noose for selling it. So this thing's definitely worthwhile. We'll definitely rock it. Guess that'll be useful to sell if we really need money. On top of it being a hidden path, it actually splits. Okay, Mutt, I promise we're gonna come save you one day. It may be by the end of today. I'm getting a little bit explore happy right now. Oh, is that a boar? Or is it another deer bent over? Nope, boar hunting. Okay, probably back off, because boars are pretty damn nasty. Okay, well, we found something of interest over here by the barber. Nice little town, as it turns out. Let's see what's over here. Zhelejov Wagoner's Inn. Okay, we found an inn. Okay, so we got baths, a barber, and some lodgings out here in the middle of nowhere. That's not too bad. It's still pretty early in the morning, so we can make good time. Let's keep pushing. The first thing we're going to buy when we get back is a pouch, so we can do some of the potions in combat, namely the healing one. That stamina one lasting for 40 minutes is actually kind of insane. I was not prepared for that. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be like 8 minutes. Probably won't need to keep as many of those on hand as I was expecting to, but if they do sell for a lot, they could be worth it. It might even be worth going for that potion perk now, since we can make them fairly easily. That would be just a bunch of money for us. Oh, she's got some belladonna growing nearby too. Oh, hey, speaking of treasures, we picked up a dice. An unbalanced die. I don't know what the chance is, but that's pretty good to start off. I haven't been picking too much stuff on the way over here. I was just grabbing stuff because I'm pretty sure she'll have a drying rack.
Do I know you? You don't remember me, you fucker. You sold me that magical ointment for 50 groschen. You said it would make me invisible.
You will be. You just have to rub it all over.
I did that.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a safety save here and see if we can
The women at the bathhouse saw
talk
me too.
them down.
They slapped me with their sopping wet. Oh, for fuck's sake! Stop!
Somebody, please!
Christ! Come it! Do it!
Okay, well, we couldn't save him as it turns out.
Too slow!
Okay.
I've been waiting for you.
Here's the other thing I remembered. You gotta really take your time with combat, so I might actually just focus and shut up for once. Okay. I really should have taken my stamina potion first. Oh. Good. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
No, you don't!
Okay, a little greedy there. Okay. Oh, I can't believe the game gave me that. I did both clicks at the same time. Okay. Yeah, the problem here is he's got some decent armor, so this sword's not doing much. Oh, what? Oh, it went red for some reason. I don't know what that means. I thought as long as you got the perfect, you'd be fine. Unless I mistimed it.
No, you don't! It's a slaughter!
Okay, I think we can actually do this, but I'm gonna try again. Okay, this time, before we start, check this out. Let's see, here we go, stamina regen. I think that's gonna be pretty important. So grab that, maybe pop one of these right away. This would be one I really need the pouch for, I think, because 1 minute isn't great. I mean, it's better than the kick in the teeth for sure. Yeah, better have it not need it, right? We can make more.
Help!
Yeah, maybe I should go for that other guy first.
Show your stuff! I've been waiting for you. Hey!
Okay. Whoa, okay, interesting. Oh, maybe I was too far back. I gotta remember how to dodge. Yeah, it's a little bit different in this game. Okay. Okay, nice little 4-piece there.
I'm it!
Yeah, you are. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, let's try and get a little bit of dodging in here. Maybe that's the play to start off. Because we are pretty lightly armored. Yeah, get that regen. Stab you right between the legs. Don't know what that's gonna do. Alright, dodge back. Okay. Alright, a little bit of panic pressing. That's fine. It worked out. Yeah, we're not doing much damage. It's just gonna be a battle of attrition, I think. Okay, nice little 4-piece there.
I'm wounded!
Here we go. Okay. All right, as soon as we can make an opening, we can get a little bit of a combo going. Okay. Here we go. Now we can be on the aggressive. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you gotta be patient, make your opening. I am kind of sad we didn't get to save that traitor, but I really wasn't confident in my capabilities in this fight, if I'm being honest. What game? Dude, what was that? You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that teleportation bullshit? Dope. All right, well. Game, dude, it didn't even give me the perfect block. Dude, oh, come on, game. Okay, it's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We're fine. We're fine. This is why we got that slow bleeding perk. Okay, here we go. Cut him down. Cut him down. My face is bleeding, I think. That's not great. Okay, we're fine. I might bleed out here, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay, come on.
I'm it! I'm wounded!
Yeah, you are. So are we, though.
No, you don't!
Got a little bit aggressive there. Oh, good. Now he's getting real defensive.
I've been waiting for you.
Okay, come on, let it build up for a decent little chunk. Come on, man.
Fuck you! Hey, fuck that! Oh, shit!
Okay. No, dude, are you kidding me? This might take like 4 hours. I'm killing this guy, full stop. We totally had him. Okay, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Okay, I was thinking about this, but yeah, it's literally just a peasant weapon, isn't it? Yeah, we'll try the sword one more time. I feel like it's a little bit safer.
What the? Shit. I've been waiting for you.
Okay, we got that guy down with 0 hits so far. Okay, I might just actually skip this part for you guys until something super interesting happens. This is just going to be a war of attrition. So I'll probably see you guys in about 10 minutes real time. Okay, we've actually been able to keep him on a super back foot on the aggressive. All right, here we go. We've got the advantage here. Just chill, we're fine. Yeah, I don't think I took a single hit so far, so I did take a marigold just in case. But I think that's worn off well beyond this point. Oh, out of stamina, damn it. I could have done a good follow-up there. Okay. We're good, we're good.
No, you don't! Too slow!
Okay, here we go. He is on a super back foot now. Okay, I got pretty aggressive there. I think we're fine, though. There we go. Fuck you. Sweet, sweet victory. Okay, 3 lives later, I think that went pretty well. Let's start looting. My favorite part. Okay, soft shoes on you, a tin warlord badge. I think that's something for dice, maybe. And some bandages. Okay. Obviously, we take everything because we're broke as hell. Oh, and I think we do have to go manually pick up the weapons, unfortunately, in this game. So do make sure we remember that. This is a lot more interesting. This is some legitimate armor here. Oh, yeah, look at all that. I'm overloaded. That's fine. Keep grabbing stuff anyway. Where did this guy's weapon go? He had something a little bit better, didn't he? Ah, here we go. Painted device, which also seems good. And a light mace. Hello. It's one of these guys from the last game. I remember him. The guy over in, Sasau? I don't know if any of this stuff is going to be as good as people, or as good as it looks. So, I mean, we're grabbing everything off him, clearly. But more importantly, now we got to set up our new look. Okay, so when it's all said and done, this is what we look like now. We did pick up a new kettle helmet, which is pretty good. We got a new gambeson. We have our first set of chainmail on our body. We have an outer coat, which is nice. I'm not quite sure if we can set up our second template yet. I feel like that's going to be a bit more of a thing once we have our horse to actually carry some stuff around, or if we can increase our carry capacity. Yeah, unfortunately, the problem here is now we can't sprint. Speaking of stuff we can find, I found a marksman's bolt. All right, so far we have found a dice and we have found a bolt from looking for herbs. So I feel like this was a pretty worthwhile perk to get. I'm gonna be making a very long trot back to Trotsky as it turns out, unless I can offload some of this stuff at the inn. Yeah, that is the thing. It does have purely blunt damage, which good against that guy. It's not usually good against your average unarmored bandit. On the other hand, we are using a literal hunting sword. Okay, here's the thing about this shield. It has less defense. It has a lot more durability. It does also weigh quite a bit more. Oh, it's only worth 0.7. Yikes. We could repair it with the kit just to see how good it ends up being. And I do feel like you get quite a bit more use out of your kits than you used to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this light mace takes a lot of repair, so I'm guessing it's going to end up being better than the hunting sword once you do all the repair, but that is a lot of resources to commit to that. I'm going to stick with the sword for now. I might try and get that fixed in town, and it probably wouldn't hurt to stitch up all of our... Oh, I can't even fix the coat. Oh, it's a skill thing. Interesting. Okay, in which case, yeah, we'll fix up what we can. Hey, there we go. Craftsmanship up to 7. Lovely. You know, all of a sudden, that bath is sounding a lot more tempting. I think we might take him up on that. Gonna wash off in the trough first, just to be safe, because I might scare him off if I'm show up just covered in blood. Walking slowly towards them menacingly. Oh, looks like we actually found the village proper. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually probably better. If I can find somewhere to wash off, because that means you guys probably actually have a legit tailor, blacksmith, somebody that'll pay a decent price for this stuff.
God grant you health.
Hey, thanks, man. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna wash up my bloody ass off in your trough. Okay, looks like the draw of this town may actually just be the inn and the baths. I'm gonna double check these two areas real quick, but I think we might need to head north before we can sell anything. Oh, hello, we at least found a giant rack, so we should probably deal with that real quick. Hey, how's it going, man? What up?
How are things going here?
The land is good. Apart from those assholes up on the hill, that ain't.
What do you mean?
Fucking tackle bastard. They're getting above themselves.
Do you want me to help with them?
Trust me, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say?
Tell me what I'm going to be doing to help you out, because I have no idea what we're talking about.
I might be able to help. But first, I want to know what this is about.
All right, listen up. Up on that hill over there, it's tackled. All I want you to do is to go over there and give them a taste of their own medicine. We'll make some mischief and have a few laughs while we're at it. Well then, will you help me?
Okay. As fun as pranks sound, we're gonna help, but I'm not entirely sure what you want us to do. So, yeah, let's go be a little bit of a prankster. Why not?
Why not? I could use a good laugh.
Listen up then. Those naughty Takovite bastards have this nice maypole in their village. They're so proud of it, you'd think it's a gift from the king himself. Especially Project. Nothing would teach them a lesson better than stealing it and putting it up on display here. Just to spite them.
Okay, so you want me to steal a maypole? Yeah, why not?
So all I have to do is take their maypole and bring it to you.
Aye, exactly. But be careful no one sees you take it. It'll be even better if they don't even know it's missing. Besides, if they catch you, they'll beat the shit out of you. So be careful.
All right, I'll be careful. Thanks.
Excellent. But even if something goes wrong, don't go clobbering anyone over the head, understand? All I want to do is piss Project off.
You want to do what to him?
Piss him off. You know? Mess with him. For stealing our maypole and our pasture. But remember, no violence, all right?
Of course. I wouldn't hurt a fly. You can count on me.
Ask the
Go
two
ahead
big
and
bandits
talk
I
to
stole this
Project.
from.
At least you'll see what an asshole he is.
And it looks like we're going to be stealing a maypole, which I must be thinking of something else. I thought this was like the giant pole they had in the center of town that they used to like do like the little banner dance on. So it must be a lot smaller, because otherwise I have no idea how I can even possibly think about transporting that. Also, what do you have against these fools?
Why don't you like the Takovites?
Because they're wankers.
Air.
Arrogant wankers. Think they're above everyone else. But mainly, they stole our pasture, which has belonged to Zhelejov since time immemorial.
This is the one we heard about from the bailiff, I believe. How did they steal this? Because I'm guessing they're going to tell us the same thing, is that they had claim to it the whole time or whatever.
How does someone steal a pasture, anyway?
Like a prick, that's how. Behind Takov, there's this strip of land leading toward the pond. It's supposed to belong to us. For grazing, there's an old tree there. and everything between the tree and the wood is ours. I was there when it was decided. I was about your age then, and I got a good beating under that tree, so I remember. And you can bet your ass I remember.
How did they actually steal it, though?
But how did they steal it from you?
Because they don't believe me. The treacherous bastards. They lie about it wherever they can, saying the deal was different. And it was a different tree near the forest.
Could possibly be done about that.
Can anything be done about it? Can't you make some kind of agreement?
Well, we meet there every year. I tell them how it is, while they just spew their usual lies. So we kick each other's arses, and everything just stays the way it is. A while back, we fought for a right to use at least half of it. But because I grazed my cattle there, I had to pay those bastards for using their half as well. But that's not fair. All of it is supposed to be ours by law, for fuck's sake.
Oy, that's a tricky situation.
Tricky my ass. They're greedy liars. Simple as that.
According to him, obviously, they're going to be the bad guys, but yeah, we'll go talk to them before we start doing any stealing, see if we can figure out their perspective, see if we can maybe find the truth somewhere.
They beat you up under the tree. Why would they do that?
You bet they did. That's just how it's done, obviously. When we agree on something like this, we take a young lad and give him a good pummeling, so that he'll remember in case the others forget. And we pick a young boy because he has a good memory and, God willing, still has many years in front of him. It makes sense?
Aye, you're right. I remember we used to do the same back where I'm from.
I mean, I think we already know the answer to this, but have you tried?
Did you take your pasture dispute to Lord von Bergov?
Of course we did. He asked the Thrusk of its bailiff to resolve it, and he said we should sort it out amongst ourselves. And that if he heard about it ever again, he'll have both me and Project flogged. So that's that.
Can you guys believe that the bailiff is once again completely and utterly worthless? Why would they look down on you, by the way? You're both just peasants from different villages. You're basically the same.
Why do they look down on you?
Commoners here have all sorts of obligations to the nobility and have to pay a tax.
Of course. That makes sense.
Aye, but Taco has all its obligations in Grossen. They just pay up and that's it. But the nobles won't allow the same for Zhelejov. Besides Grossen, the others have to give them pigs, chickens, hay and the like, or go and serve. That's why them Takovites look down on us. They think they're better than us.
Oh, it's a tax bracket dispute. All right, fuck these hoes. Yeah, what's the worst case scenario if you don't pay, by the way?
Don't you pay as well?
Not me, no. I'm a freeholder. My farm is free from all taxes. Forever.
Oh, good for
I
you.
also brought the right to freely bequeath my property. So, when God calls me back, my estate won't go to Lord von Bergov, even though I don't have children anymore. I can leave it to whoever I want in my will.
Good for you, man. Also, yeah, those guys sound like assholes.
Right you are. Those Takovites are a bunch of stuck-up idiots.
Exactly. See? Even an outsider can tell.
Good talk, man. Also, I guess that's because that's a quest start. That's a nice little safety save for us. So yeah, it looks like this is just going to be a little farming village. Okay, there we go. All the food and herbs preserved. And now we'll start our slow trek to the north. This is going to be real disappointing when I can't sell half this stuff anyway. Also, yeah, if you're looking for boardwood, this is what it looks like. It is very good to get because, yeah, this is one of the ones that's worth quite a decent chunk of money. And in case you make it here and you can't pay for it, there is a nice little camp over here by the road. And an unguarded cart, as a matter of fact, which doesn't look like I can rob from it, sadly. And at least I probably don't need a bath now. Anybody willing to buy anything, please?
Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's not from round here, but...
Let me guess. A dirty ruffian who ain't got a groschen to his name but acts like he owns the bloody place.
Oh, he was here.
then?
Aye, he was. He was larging it up good and proper, and then he found some lads who'd paid his bill.
What do you mean by that? Why, unfortunately?
Because they're right ruffians who are always up to no good. But still, birds of a feather, eh? In the end, they left like best pals. I've got no idea where they went.
Okay, so Hans did make his way over here, and he left with some Presumably brigands, bandits, or something. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for them. Okay, we can probably offload some of the stuff that's gonna go bad to start off. That could be a decent little starting point. Okay, so apparently this is a loaded dice, but it's a poorly loaded dice, so maybe we don't want to use that. Okay, you know what? I'm sure all this stuff is cheap stuff, but I feel like we should keep it, so I'm actually gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of some of the random stuff though. And as it turns out, he doesn't actually want to buy too much from us. I feel like we're gonna need to drop some stuff. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was trespassing. Don't worry, I'm on my way out. Slowly but surely. All right, well, while I was just walking around over encumbered, I did gain a strength perk, so that's nice. Ooh. Okay, it's only 12 pounds, but every little bit helps. Will make it easier when fights in a clinch because it'll be harder for your opponent to react to your actions. That sounds fun. Oh yeah, I did also pick this up last time, so it lowers our strength requirement. It's the same as the agility one, so no problem there. And then, yeah, this one for carrying bodies. I'm actually going to go for pack mule. Yeah, we still can't sprint, but we are down a bit more. I was trying to avoid dropping too much expensive stuff, but I think I'm going to have to, unfortunately. Okay, you know what? Even repaired, this thing's only worth 10, so definitely drop that. Yeah, I'm surprised I honestly couldn't sell more food to the innkeeper. I just realized. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I being an idiot? Okay, never mind. I did look right past it. Unfortunately, it's not selling for as much, but it's better than nothing. There we go. I just need to offload some honey because I think that was pretty heavy. Oh, I think we are still, yeah, we're just under max capacity, but we are in a pretty solid position. And how about we call it apart for there, ladies and gentlemen? Got our first real taste of combat. Did take a couple times, but we got it figured out. And we also started exploring over here in Zhelejov, and we do have a quest to go mess with some people up north. And of course, we do still need to go rescue Mutt. So next time we'll probably open with that. Okay, you know what? I might, because we're probably gonna find more stuff, I might actually run back to Troskowitz to sell off some extra armor and whatnot, maybe some extra herbs. Get us down to a reasonable level, get everything repaired. I can do fast travel, so I might try that out because this game does do something pretty cool with fast travel. There will be events, so we might try that out next time. Whatever we do, I hope you're looking forward to it. Until then, thanks for stopping by. See you later.